Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your pick a card reading. First of all, I want to wish you all, each one of you, a very happy Galactic New Year. Now, this pick a card reading is special because it is my very first collaboration, and today we are collaborating with Jaman from Solely Known 777. I request you to check his part of this picker card reading for further information on what the shift has in store for you. I will obviously have the link below in the description box. He will also look into the upcoming blessings and more. I will look into the nature of the shift. What is changing for you once for all? The ultimate leap. Yeah, we're talking about the leap here, okay? And the leap aligns with the galactic new year, which is totally not planned, by the way. It isn't. So yeah, let's help you choose your group. Now I have these Magdalene codes cards for you along with the crystals. I will show you the cards, but I have a request here. I want you to pick one group intuitively, and I want you to focus on the artwork, not the written words, okay? Because the artwork are like codes. They hold codes. They are basically the Magdalene codes. So it's kind of like uh, light codes. Yeah. Now you can choose by your crystal or by your card or by both, however you see fit. Let me show you your choices. Group one, your crystal is the beautiful blue jade. This is your crystal, blue jade. There's a story behind this crystal, I'll tell you in your reading. All right, and your code is magic of love. This is your code. Okay, group two, your crystal is labradorite. This is your crystal. Okay. And your card is love conception. Group three, your crystal is barasite. And your card is sublime time. Choose your group. The first choice is always the best choice. But yeah, choose your group and I will see you at your reading. Hello, group one. You chose the lovely blue jade. So let's talk about your crystal first. Now, this is connected to the third eye as well as the crown, so the sixth and the seventh chakra. Yeah, and I pick up on this indigo energy too. Yes, this is very much connected to clear thinking, discernment, spiritual knowledge. It's a very calming crystal, it allows you to keep a cool head, especially in stressful situations. It's also called a philosopher's stone. It enhances one's capacity to see the world from a higher vantage point. And it helps you in turn to not lose yourself in the petty dramas of life, I would say. It enhances your mental abilities of both sides of the brain. Okay, so it is a crystal of integration too. It helps you hear the inner voices, the voice of your spirit guides, and one's own heart as well. And to basically, it helps you make clear choices in light of the wisdom that is revealed from this inner knowing, this inner guidance. It's like it gets you in touch with your inner compass. It stimulates your psychic abilities and spiritual sensitivity. So, whatever I'm telling you about this crystal is very relevant to the upcoming shift for you, okay? The shift that you're making here. It's about that. And this is highly recommended for those who wish to be mediums. So, I feel like you're definitely channeling during this phase. This one, it enhances both openness as well as discernment. It makes you a healthy channel for spirit to come through. So you won't only just be able to hear the voices within, get in touch with your intuition, higher wisdom, also co-creating with your higher self. And this is also making you very mindful. So this is basically a combination of earth and wind element energies, and it's very rare in crystal kingdom, both these elements coming together. There are very few stones that embody this energy of elemental polarities, basically. But blue jade does the job. Yeah. And it definitely stimulates the higher chakras of the third eye and crown, which are again related to the wind element, and it also activates the earth star at the base chakras related to the earth element, right? Now, this blend of energies makes for both expansive as well as grounding properties, right? And that is why your mediumship is also grounding during this time. You don't have to be a full blown psychic with a practice, no, regardless of what it is that you do. But of course, you could be that. Regardless of all that, yeah, your connection to the higher realms is strengthening for sure. Now, there's one thing about this crystal which is very unique. Again, it basically promotes visions and dreams, right? And it helps you ground and clear this excessive fire energy as well. Now, because too much fire can appear as a habitual anger, preoccupation with sex, hyperactivity, or inflammation of the joints or lungs. Too much of anything is not good, right? So, especially for you guys who have a lot of fire in your chart, this is the crystal for you because it will help you channel all that fire power, okay, in the healthiest way possible. And because this is a very cool and calming crystal, and it just helps you find that inner wisdom. So, on the spiritual level, it provides both activation of higher energies and the grounding of excess energies, allowing for a smoother transition during initiatory experiences. So, I do feel like many of you are being initiated during this period, okay? Initiated into the higher realms. Yeah. Also, it can help you access and utilize your spiritual understanding when you are in crisis, especially. At the emotional level, it is generally soothing to the emotional body, and it can assist you in maintaining any objective, calm demeanor during stressful situations, as I mentioned earlier. And at the physical level, it helps you with inflammation, swelling, arthritis, asthma, and any kind of pulmonary conditions. The affirmation associated with this crystal is my mind is attuned to the realm of spirit and I discern the truth it reveals. Okay. And we'll look into your main codes at the end of the reading. Now let's look at your oracle cards. This will show us, the each card will show us the direction you are giving your inner self. Receptive power, yin energy, all yin lines. Interesting. Very interesting. How your external reality will reflect this? The self. Wow. What was it talking about? Like this beautiful integration that is happening? It's happening at all levels with this card. Alrighty. Now, how to empower your inner self to change? The bee and pomegranate. Beautiful card. Look at it. It says productivity. So, a very fertile and productive period of your life. You'll be busy but calm. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Now, how your outer self will respond to this shift? Wow. Gaia Gateway activation. And we just talked about the Earth Star with the blue jade. So it's definitely connecting you. It's like bridging you. You are the bridge. Heaven and earth meeting. That's the energy I'm getting here. Now, how your life will shift as a result of all this inner work? Foundation. This is a foundational shift for you. That is why you got the crystal clarity. Because it is bringing you into your purpose, your very purpose, by grounding you. It's a new era. Wow. This is the moon energy. Yep. Beautiful. The yin energy again. It goes with this card, the I Ching. This is what you're creating. I feel like your receptivity is also increasing. Yes, also receptivity to the higher knowledge, higher information. You're more open and aware to the signs that the universe sends you. All right, and this will show us your new path. No, this will actually show us what it is that you will create. Wow. Wow. Abundance. And this will show us your new path, Manipura. Wow. Solar plexus. Wow. Crazy. I seeing this shift from, it's actually not a shift, it's integration of lunar and solar power together, coming together, creating something wonderful here. Hmm. All right. So look, I will use a tarot to clarify your cards and I will tell you what I see here. But before we start, I want to read for each Ching card very quickly from the book itself because it will give you a good idea about this shift, all right? The nature of this shift. Now, this is a very auspicious hexagram, by the way, all yin lines, and it represents the power of the feminine principle, which goes in alignment with the queen bee being here. I don't know, she always gives me queen bee, especially with your integrated self, because your pearl is retrieved, right? And look at her, even she is like, she's giving me queen of wands. And then you have the moon card there, you know, all this white and black energy, again this integration here. All right, so when spring comes, Does the grass plan to grow? This is the time to concentrate on realities rather than potentials. That is why this is what you are creating. This is what you are basically embarking upon. The path of the sun, the solar activity is very strong in this new reality. Yeah, it's also like, yes, there is this beautiful integration between the lunar and the solar power, but there's a shift also. There's a shift from the lunar to the solar in the physical sense, and leaning more towards the lunar energy in the non-physical sense. I hope this makes sense. It's like very intuitively guided, also very yang in the external reality. So you see, there's that beautiful balance that is created here, is being created here. All right. The mature feminine allows herself to be guided by a higher power and is skilled at graceful acceptance. Spiritually, her quiet contribution is highly effective, bringing a deeply felt kind of success. And that's exactly what is happening for you. I love that you got the abundance card with all this beautiful energy here. Because this is what you're creating. You're creating abundance. I think your advice here is to be receptive and spacious, like the ocean. Let the river of changes flow to you. You might allow a partner to take the lead for now. Strive for a natural responsiveness that is based on inner strength rather than outer show. Yeah, it is that quiet power. It is this energy. This shift is bringing you into this energy where you command respect. There's no demand, it's command. Just by your presence, just by your energy. Because you're creating your own magic. This is the group where I'm really feeling the energy of Isis. Also, Rose energy. Yes. Many of you could be connected to the Rose lineage of the priestesses. You will be able to go further by letting go of control rather than forging ahead under your own steam. Receptive power arises through alignment with creative power, not in opposition to it. Yeah, and this is that alignment. It's not this or that, it's this and that. So the solar and the lunar lunar energy coming together, okay? Yeah, you're walking away from that linear path. You're saying yes to the labyrinth, you know, because this the center of the maze is in your view. Like you have a vision, you can see the bigger picture that's at play. This is pulling me in, and this looks like a rose, blue rose. So blue rose lineage coming in kind of makes sense with blue jade, and even your card is blue and magenta, which is again and magenta even here. So aurora energy coming in, rainbow light codes coming in. Beautiful. There's a harvest waiting for you. You're about to reap good karma. And this is in turn obviously putting you on the dharmic path. So let's go one by one. Let's look into the direction that you're giving yourself here. Yeah. You're definitely defending yourself during this phase, okay? And you have fought many battles, many battles. And now the universe is fighting back on your behalf, if there is ever a need. Yes. I would suggest that graciously accept any help that is offered to you. Obviously by a trustworthy person, somebody you trust. But yes, there will be people who will support you. There will be help coming your way. Yeah. Also, this group, Katara teachings are very helpful for you because look at this. You have number two, and then you have 29, which is again 11, master number, by the way. And then that is also two, isn't it? And then this is 26, which is 8. Hmm, that is 12. Yeah. Maharak Shield, mm, I would say daily practice. Maharak Shield, daily practice is going to be very helpful because the you basically invoke the platinum light to protect you, right? You surround yourself with this platinum light, which always takes me to this lunar energy that is at play for you. But with the shield energy coming in, the Maharak shield coming in like that, I also feel like there's immense protection. Also, your path is protected. This path, this evolution of consciousness that is at play for you. Isis is definitely here for you. Like, you guys are very much connected to the priestess lineage. Yeah, let's clarify. Let's clarify one by one. Receptive power. Show me the receptive power. Look at that. These three showed themselves. Wow, King of Wands, the Sun, and Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Also, your blessings are coming in threes. This is dharma. This is dharma unfolding for you. The dharmic path, very purpose. Wow, look at that. Isis. This is Isis. That's Tower. Page of Cups. The Star. Oh my God. Beautiful energy. Some of you, like, you are definitely being activated by her. She wants to work with you. And with Isis, the initiation is not self-induced. She calls on you. She tells you what's what. She tells you when it's time. And this is very relevant to the upcoming updates. Yeah, that I will be sharing with you guys soon. Wow. Wow. And this is happening most likely during the Leo season when Sun is in Leo. Between Leo to Virgo season. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah. Virgo is, yeah, Sun in Virgo. Yeah. And Sun in Leo. Some of you could have placements in Virgo and Leo. But this is Inanna, right? This is Inanna. And isn't Venus in Leo? I think so. Wow. So the Knight of Wands there, of course, you're fine. Of course you're fine. Like, you're fine, you're fine. And this is recognized by higher powers around you, beings that want to work with you. For many of you, yes, it's Isis. For others, obviously, it's whichever deity that you are in alignment with, that you resonate with, that you work with already, perhaps. Just expect expansion, all right? And you will be more receptive to the messages, to the path that is unfolding for you, which is leading you to your abundance, to this beautiful solar energy, which is, by the way, not egocentric at all, especially with Isis showing up here. There's a very soft energy. Your soul is accepting, receiving new aspects of yourself. This is obviously light code activation. Tell me about yourself. How is their external reality reflecting this, please, Spirit? Oh my God. I'm not taking these, but this one fell here and showed itself. Look at this. Princess of Wands, another fire card. And look who's underneath, Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's like Five of Cups, Six of Swords, and Judgment after that. All of that. I just feel like you are basically stepping into passenger consciousness. This is basically witness consciousness, where you're becoming more mindful, you're observing yourself navigate this world, basically. You are you're witnessing something bigger than you, bigger than what you've known. So of course it's like a string. I'm seeing a string. Okay, it's like some knitted cloth or something, and a string is coming off and it is unraveling the entire piece of that cloth. It's just like unraveling it. Something of that nature is happening. A mystery and a definite initiation, but it is not temple-led initiation. It is soul-led, and the power that wants to work with you comes to you. And of course, it's only happening because you are in resonance. There is no place for dissonance here at all. And pieces coming together, solving a puzzle here. I think 8 years are about to make sense during this shift, which takes me to the 9. Okay, the past 8 years have been very foundational. You were building a foundation in alignment with your soul, because this is basically your soul. And oh my God, that is just, for a minute I just saw this, which was like 19 sun. Yeah. So are you seeing all the sun energy here? Oh my God, like that's crazy. Basically, and yeah, feathers are definitely very important. So collect all the feathers that you find, put it in a box, because if Isis energy is coming in, soon you will find out what it really means. And I'm not going to spoil it for you. You will find out. But yes, I think many of you already collect those feathers. Earlier, maybe randomly, but right now it's something about, yeah, just take all of them and put them in a box. All right. You're basically paying more attention to what truly matters to you. And you're definitely grounding a safer reality that is assuring to your very being, your authentic being. And this, with the page here, it's like an initiation in a way. It is, but it's an initiation of a high order. Okay, you don't have to start from scratch. No, it's just an unraveling that is also happening in your DNA, by the way. So it's like retrieval of a sort from multiple dimensions. Beautiful. Now, how to empower your inner self to change, to this change which is unavoidable. I'm getting high priestess energy with this, because I feel like the empowerment comes from the fact that you are focusing on what truly fulfills you. And that's only possible when you do what you love. And when you do what you love, everything falls in place in the most beautiful way. So what is your definition of productivity? Wow, look at that. That is what is shifting. I asked, look at that, judgment and death. Wow, wow. See, I asked Spirit to tell me how to empower your inner self to change, to get in alignment. which is already happening. So with death being here, again, confirmation, it is already happening because you're choosing to be purposeful in your endeavors. And I think the only thing that matters here is you don't procrastinate any more than you should, okay? Because there is an inner knowing, an inner pull. You're being pulled, you're being called. You know what it is that is unfolding for you, the new age that is here, the consciousness shift that is here. It's a rebirth, it's a renewal. And isn't this Osiris? No, this is Horus. This is Horus with Newt. Yeah, the age of light. I feel like just notice when you are most productive, okay? And definitely rethink your definition of productivity. There is something about not following the crowd, not doing things, not matching energy around you, okay? Taurus themes are important here. Yes. Something could have happened in May. I think this change is already in place for you since the month of May. Mayflies are coming in, Mayflower is coming in, but the shift is already here. It's unraveling. Yeah, it's unraveling, and it's leading you to this, your harvest. So let's see how your outer self will respond to this unraveling. Let's see. I feel like okay, so like if your physical body is undergoing changes, and especially if you're detoxifying, and which can show up as a breakout, acne, um, all kinds of stuff that happens to your body, which is like a cleansing process, something of that nature could be happening. Like you're releasing so much from your very physical body. Yeah, it's like something very like tangible. This is like a tangible shift, and this is in turn obviously shifting your material reality too. Let's see, how is your outer self responding? Mm, wow, look at that, the lovers. Wow, Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Beautiful. By the way, double Scorpio energy. And it's like, okay, all that destruction turning into this beautiful, beautiful phoenix like energy. Grounded power. Power of love is very strong here, by the way. This is embodied activation. You are finally trusting the divine plan as a result. I'm seeing 444. So, yeah, your angels are super active. You're basically grounding your ascension, and you're deeply understanding and connecting with the earth's intelligence. So spending time in nature is your best friend. Kind of makes sense. Even on your abundance card with the pyrite clouds, by the way, look at that, pyrite clouds. Yeah, wildflowers. It's like wildflowers, you know? Hmm, flowers. Yeah, you know, floral teas are very good for detoxifying. Mm. I also feel like you're finally opening to receiving support, you know. This is about friendship, community building. There's somebody whom you will listen to. Someone has an advice for you which will prove to be very helpful. This could be somebody you dismissed, but it could be somebody, but it's definitely somebody who loves you a lot and is loyal to you. Like, people who stay, who accept you no matter what, and they give you grace and time and space to just be you. That sort of energy. There's somebody like that around you, and you're going to respond. You listen. That's what I'm seeing here. You listen. Though I do feel that defensiveness, which I'm pretty sure is there for a reason, but essentially you're taking the cup. You're responding to love also. So maybe you're accepting a love offer. Mm-mm. Yes. Somebody's going to like really try to win you back. That's the energy I'm getting here. You're elusive. You're very elusive around this time. Now, let's also look into how your life is about to shift as a result of all this. These are foundational shifts, by the way, right? Mm-mm. Yeah, look at that. Change. Two of Pentacles. Look at that. Five of Swords. It came out in reverse, but we are taking this upright, as always. This is like threshold. This is a threshold of life and death itself, a place that gives birth to new ideas and new life. It's the very first sphere beyond the physical plane. Worldly strife was holding you back. Worldly noise was holding you back. I feel like wherever there was unfairness, like you could have like people around you who are just like weirdos, and to kind of like pull you down in one way or the other. I feel like that's where the change is also happening, where you're being removed from these equations, from these surroundings, basically. Yes, a definite change. Because, and also you're increasingly becoming aware of your psychic and mediumship energy. Okay, so if this gift was on hold, yeah, there was an external reason for that. I would suggest that be mindful of psychic overload around this time. But this deep knowing and intuition is also perhaps leading to some sort of a major ending in this phase. Yes, you're definitely putting an end to a connection, most likely, or a way of life. It's two different things. But yes, I do see liberation here. Because, it's like this is a new era with no place for what's not for you. Like, no place for the X paradigm to breathe in this energy. Most likely, you're going to leave someone or something for good. And this could be painful, but it's necessary change. And it is for your highest good. So, yeah, most likely breaking a bond, which in turn is liberating you, is bringing you your firepower back. There's too much strife in this relation, connection, whatever this is, way of life, living. Energy is softening. Energy is softening. And obviously, grief is here, Grief is definitely here with Isis showing up. But let's focus on the good, yeah? So the shift here is bringing you back to life. That is what is up here. Now let's look into what it is that you will create, which is abundance. All right. Mm, look at that. A Six of Wands underneath, Seven of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Oh my god. Seven of Swords is a card of victory, right? It's a card of victory in a way. It's victory over whatever was bringing chaos into your life, whatever was creating that strife. This could be your own subconscious mind. You are freeing your subconscious. Yeah, kind of makes sense with all that yin energy. There were subconscious blockages, also blockages when it comes to receptivity. But abundance for the Knight of Discs, which is the king in this deck, I just feel like windfall energy, especially with Six of Wands being here. This is success in different areas of your life. Are you seeing all the flames here in the segments? Nine flames burning bright. And then you have the nine energy here in the foundation. The foundation is very strong. It's very Jupiterian in nature as well. Venusian and Jupiterian. So those are like, the gurus, the spiritual teachers, higher learning. I want to read the abundance card for you real quick. But I think your money is going up. Yes. And in order to make this shift, you know, I just feel like there's somebody coming in. I mean, you're about to meet a stranger during this phase who would prove to be very important in your life. And I just feel like this is definitely like a God sent being who will help you create your own heaven on earth in a way, yes. But make sure this energy is rooted in love and healing. There will be signs, but Taurus energy is so strong, as well as Scorpio. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, yep, all the fixed signs. Let's read Wildflower Wonderland. Everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Oh my god, I mean, your main card is all about receptivity. Receive this healing, receive this beauty, receive this abundance. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, and love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Yeah, purposeful action. Talked about that. Don't wait for abundance to fall into your lap. Yeah, take steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. Again, that Leo energy, like open heart energy. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. Maybe you're taking return. Yeah, that's right. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. I mean, that's the gist basically. Yes. And now let's see. I mean, yeah, money looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a massive leap for you from wherever you are at. It's quantum in nature where you are going. Now, this is your final card, which is about the new path. This is your new reality. Solar plexus fully activated, and she's basically sitting on trees, on top of these trees, and there's a moon hiding behind her, a full moon hiding behind her. You're creating your own magic, aren't you? You are. So are. This is enlightenment. This is a very enlightened reality. This path where you know yourself, you have the clarity of purpose, you know what you want, and OMG, are you getting it? You're so getting it. I will read from the book for Manipura, and let's get you one final tarot. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, how many kings did you get? Knight of Swords, that's Aquarius. How many kings did you get? One, two, three, four, all kings? I just mentioned the fixed signs, only Aquarius was missing. But even then, I mentioned Aquarius because I could totally feel that energy. And it's here. This is your path. And we did see judgment there, right? The age of Horus, the age of light. This is about that. Pegasus energy is here. Winged horse, winged unicorn, dragonfly energy, fairies, elementals working with you. The hidden realm is churning things into motion for you. Like there's a beautiful surprise coming in for you. I see this is a brand new start. It's a fresh start, a new creative venture, an idea, a project, something is happening. You will be filled with creative fire around this time. I cannot make this up. I mean, totally. You need to find a healthy channel, okay? You really need to, because Spirit wants to create through you, okay? Co-create with you. Spirit wants to co-create with you. Blue jade makes sense because this is a lot of fire, Maybe this is like the crystal you need. Now, before I go, I'm going to also read about the Manipura real quick, tell you what I see. So this is the solar plexus chakra. Your message is you have come to a place where you know exactly who you are. Oh my god, that's exactly what I was telling you. Gone are the days of confusion and blurred lines between your truth and expectations of others. That is why magic love, crystal clarity. It says you create your own magic, empower yourself to go directly for what you desire with crystal clarity. That's why you have all the four kings and the sun and the grim reaper to take away whatever is not required, especially this five of swords energy. Ah, beautiful. So courage is being retrieved. You have grounded into your essence and built the foundation of your empowered self. You have had to let go of many friendships and relationships that were no longer serving you to get to where you are, and it was all worth it. Now is your time to really go after what you want in life. What do you care about? What lights you up? How do you want to serve? Meditate on these questions and take action on what comes up. This is your new path. Now, I will really very quickly also read about the magic love here. By the way, that is also the yin card. So it says this card is basically an invitation to go straight for what you desire, okay? To be clear in your intent and focus, and to align your energy and actions to the target. Crystal clarity is always within you. Drop into your inner knowing and identify the next steps, which may be to simply be or to act. I feel in this case it's more so act. Act from a very intuitive, purposeful place of inner knowing, in alignment with your soul's purpose. Listen to your soul. Listen to the murmurings, the whispers, the signs. Spirit, listen to the spirit. Let yourself be led by that higher power. Drop into your inner knowing and identify the next steps, which may be to simply be or to act, right? You always know the magic of love encourages you to stop waiting and start creating, to know and go. That is the new path where you will just know and you will make things happen exactly. You know what it is that you want and you are getting it. Your projects are surrounded by love and magic. The magic of love simply amplifies the environment around you, and your project. So it becomes palpable to you that magic is afoot. Let me just hold this card here for you while I read. Remember, you create your own magic. You are the creator of your results. This card is a reminder to take back your power as a creator if you have unconsciously deferred it to a source outside yourself. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding it. That's why I'm like not able to talk. Okay, I hope you can see it. Yeah, but yeah, definitely tapping into your creative potential and finding a healthy channel for it, because there is so much firepower here. Now, Magdalens have been known for rapid healing, youthing, that is reversing aging, high quality of lifespan, and life force energy. Ooh, ooh, that is why that Taurus energy was coming in. When I was like, yeah, something is happening in the physical sense. Like, yeah, the shift is also connected to how you're changing. Like, you're glowing, definitely glowing. You're changing in the physical sense itself. That is why that cleansing and detoxification came in. And definite roasty coming in for you guys. Roasty, roasty. Look into it, the benefits of roasty. This is not only the case for your physical body, but also for your relationships, projects, and internal state of being. Perhaps you have lost the passion in your career or marriage, or you have gotten into a pattern of only going through the motions. That is what is shifting during this phase, the new life, the new era. The magic of love reignites your inner glow, and an outpouring of radiant energy is infused into all that you touch. All that you touch turns to gold. So that's your reading. I hope this helps. And please click on Jamon's reading to get more info on your shift that is here for you, that is already here for you. It's already in motion for you, for this group. Okay, so check out Solely Known 777's reading for more info, for the blessings, for the good things, and everything and more. I have the link in the description box below. Thank you so much. I love you all, and once again, a very happy Galactic New Year. May you have the best time of your life during this phase. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, group 2. You chose the lovely Labradorite. Hey, yeah, look at that. Oof. Okay, quit playing. Okay, let's keep it here. And your Magdalene code is love conception, optimal environments, yin card. Wow, I love this. Look at this. It's so beautiful. All right. Why am I sitting like this? Oh, by the way, yes, I took a break after doing group 1's reading, and I went out to get me some water, cold water. And I found a gift from my mom's parrot. He's green. And I keep trying to make him fly away, but he likes being where he is. Yep. So beautiful. Oh, look, your card is also green, and you got this. Anyway, now let's see. Let's talk about your crystal a little bit. This beautiful crystal, Labradorite. This basically creates a force field throughout the aura, and it protects and strengthens the energies within, and it prevents others from tapping into your personal energy, your personal auric field. So it protects you against psychic vampires. And so it's a crystal of magic, protection, transformation. It is. It basically assists you in moving between realities. Want to hold it again. Yeah, between realities. It helps you connect with the unseen realms. It enhances your psychic power. It increases your capacity to visualize and perceive with the inner eye. It is particularly useful for magical and ritual work. And of course, it acts as psychic protection for those who travel and serve on other levels of reality. So it's a very good stone for shamans, witches, warlocks. I'm hearing. Yeah, any kind of psychic worker. What is this? Okay. What else? Okay. This is the third time I'm doing this. It also aids in uncovering unconscious and subconscious belief patterns that generate unpleasant emotional states. So it leads you towards that integration, that healthy integration of the psyche. It can help one to become clearly aware of the source beliefs, self-talk, and egoic influence on one's habitual emotional state. It makes you very mindful. And on the physical level, it can help you. In many ways, it can help reveal the nature of any kind of mystery illnesses. It can show you the patterns that have created disease, and can also amplify one's healing thoughts and prayers. So basically, it brings in this higher awareness. And the affirmation connected to this crystal is, I call forth the magic of higher awareness and spiritual protection. All right, now let's get into your reading. Where are your cards? It's here. Let me get out your oracle cards. All right, now your very first card is the I Ching, the Book of Changes. And this reading is about the shift happening in your life, the transformation that is at play here. And I'm posting this on the Galactic New Year. So once again, a very happy New Year. So let's dive in. This card will show us the direction you are giving your inner self. All right? Determination. Lake above, sky below. That's 43, and that's 7. So chariot energy. But a bit topsy-turvy, isn't it? With lake above and sky below. Yeah. I feel like you will be taking very decisive actions and making some really important decisions during this cycle. And of course, this is all leading you to a place of optimal resonance, I'm hearing. Okay, this is your first card. So this is what you're telling your inner self. Now let's see how your external reality reflects this. The Mountain. And number 33, that's Ascended Master number. Master teacher. You are the teacher, aren't you? And you're also teaching yourself a lot. Reteaching, unlearning, deconditioning, relearning, new learning. Yeah. Tapping into the why paradigm. You're an inspiration. No matter where you are at in life, people look up to you. There's a gem quality about you. That's why you got the feather. Yeah, you're blessed. No matter what, you have a lot to offer. It's very difficult for people to let you go. The love is always real, no matter what goes down. You're truly loved by the universe. and everyone else around you. That's what I'm getting. Divine energy. Let's see how you can empower yourself to this change, okay? How you're empowering your inner self to change here. The bat and hellebore. Intuition. And that's the sun energy here with 19. And again, upside down, topsy-turvy. Hanged man, but not so hanged man because it's the sun card here. You're being led by your higher self. All right, and this card will show us your outer self's response, okay? How your outer self will respond to this shift. Star being healing codes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Any of you are a natural born healer. Now let's see how your life will shift as a result. Oh my god. Death. 24th path. This is the path of Scorpio. Wow. Talk about the shift. And look, there's a sun coming out. Got the sun here, but this is a very Scorpionic card, isn't it? Month of November is important, for sure. For sure. Something big is happening. That's the first message that I'm getting very strongly. Okay, let's see. Because even in this figure looks like a hermit, so I just feel like this energy, this shift is taking off in Virgo season and is fully grounding in Scorpio season, and then a beautiful path is opening there. You're rising from the ashes, like renewal energy with Capra. Let's see. Any of you right now, whenever you're watching this, especially if you're watching this when I'm posting it, it could be in a dark phase right now. Turmoil with chaotic energy, with the mountain being here. It's not chaotic per se because you see the aurora. Aurora frequency is definitely at play. You guys could be connected to dragon energy, dragon codes coming in for you. So yeah, chaos codes of light. That's what I like to call it. So you're releasing a lot. It's not an easy time perhaps, but it is going to get better. The sun is out. It's coming out. Let's see. Now this will show us what it is that you will create. Well, look at that. Focus. Another mountain with the pyrite peak. Over here, you're already in the heart of the mountain. Okay? And over here, this being it's a mountain leopard, I guess. It's looking up in the sky and maybe towards the past. And I feel like the being has already hiked the peak of the mountain. It's like it's almost like home for him. He goes up there, he comes down, goes up there, comes down. But he's definitely witnessing the snowfall here. The snow is falling. It's also giving me November rain. So something is ending here in this phase, and the new phase is quite different, I would say, from anything and everything that you've known so far. Let's see. But you'll be very focused. I feel like your purpose is already ignited. You are already walking the path of your soul. And it's all about letting go of what is not in alignment. And this will show us the path. Wow, Parvati. She is Shiva's consort. The Kundalini energy is strong here. Kind of makes sense with the mountain, yeah? Going up and going down. Hmm. If you have lost passion, motivation, all of that is being retrieved, all of that is coming back. You're feeling alive again. It's almost like this at this point. Just a minute. Uh, you've definitely lost something here, and the loss is huge. It is grief inducing for sure, but the love is forever here. It's almost like I'm getting that Rumi quote. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form. So pretty. Let's get some tarot. Let's clarify one by one. And then at the end of the reading, I will read about this card and tell you more about this particular Magdalene code. Isn't it like six sided? It's a hexagon, right? Hexagon, hexagon, hexagon. Let's see. Let's look at determination. I'll get the tarot first, and then I'll also read from the book a little bit because the book with this deck is wonderful. It's just amazing, the info in there. Okay, lake above, sky below. Determination. I'm also getting Emperor, Empress energy in this group. Let's see. Show me determination. What is the direction group 2 is giving to their inner self? Three of Pentacles, work, collaboration, what it is that we are creating, as above, so below. Another pyramid, so very mountain energy at play, and Six of Wands underneath. I think you are becoming very, you're fixed in your mindset. Like you're fixed about certain things in your life. It's exactly how you want it. There is something about that nature. I do feel like many of you, you could be reconnecting with somebody from the past. There is that energy here. It's very divinely guided energy, divinely led energy, because you've already planted some seeds which are blooming during this phase. And this could show up in your workplace, this could show up in your relationships, in basically any area of your life. Three areas are highlighted here. The wheel is turning in your favor. After the end of this dark phase, which kind of feels like the dark night of the soul, I'm not gonna lie. It's a difficult energy here. But I feel like there are certain behavioral patterns in people that you cannot stand anymore. You will not tolerate. Okay? You are just, you're transcending, you're rising above certain energies. You don't want to indulge anymore at all. You're determined to let certain things go once for all, and also retrieve what is truly yours, what is truly in alignment with you and you alone. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting here. Mm. Success is on your side, especially in your work endeavor around this period, because you're very focused. You're already very focused. This is something that you're creating that is already here for you. This focus, being led by that inner voice, the compass, the inner compass leading you, guiding you. You're not losing sight of the prize at all. Yeah, so the kundalini going up and down, so there's this beautiful dance at play, very much in tune with the earth reality. Mm-mm, mm-mm. You totally, totally understand the play. And you're playing your role. You've paid your dues, I'm hearing. Let's see. Let's see. Beautiful energy. Very mystical too. Very mystical. With Parvati, I'm also getting, and you see the mountains and the pyramid and all of that. So Shambhala energy is definitely here because this really gives me Shambhala, Tibet, Mount Kailash, and Parvati. If you look into the story of Shiva and Parvati, you will find some info that will really help you. Also, I think yoga is coming in for you, and if it's already a part of your life, yeah, you're going to spend more time in healthy practices, doing healthy practices. Show me the mountain. Wow, wow. The climb is over. I'm telling you, you're already at the peak. Your Kundalini, it ascends and it descends at your will. What it is that you need, when it is that you need. Again, you're very much in the know, very much playing the game of life, playing multiple roles, whatever is assigned to you at whatever time. Also, there's something about you, you're very comfortable with the light side of things and very comfortable with the dark side of things. There is no judgment here on your part at all. You find the peace and harmony. You're tapping into the unity consciousness. This group, absolutely. Like there's a bit of like to and fro. Yeah, sometimes maybe you get into this dark zone where uh, dark thoughts try to like take you somewhere else. But I feel like you're becoming more and more self-assured and self-aware that you are able to nip it in the bud. Like you don't let the darkness overpower, and you do not deny its existence. You're allowing your shadow to have its own place, to have its own dance. You allow the dance. Oh. And also you're this reality, this shift in your reality is actually making you understand that you're too good for some who take you for granted, and that is changing. Be it friends, family, or even a lover, you're grounded in this eternal, insurmountable energy. Your light cannot be dimmed any longer. You shine too bright for a reason. You are here to uplift people out of their self created suffering, and those who are a part of your life, they're lucky. And again, this is not coming from an egocentric place at all. No, this is a realization that is happening on the part of the people who surround you. You are not attached to the outcome at all. You're basically here to show others how to transmute their pain into power. And honestly, during this time, and I'm not saying that before it wasn't the case, I believe you've always been an inspiration for many around you. But especially during this shift, you are truly inspiring so many others. You're like a true spiritual master. That's why you got that 33. You're truly admired by so many people. People look up to you. Strong Scorpio energy here. And you're a phoenix. You're a phoenix rising in divine glory. Mm-mm. No judgment. No judgment at all. Everything is a game here. There is no defeat, which in turn means there is no victory as well. Everything is as it is. Very, very much connected to the blue flame. Shiva energy so strong. Shiva consciousness so strong. And Shiva consciousness is just like the Eastern version of Christ consciousness. Okay? All right, let's see. Show me intuition. How is group 2 empowering their inner self to change? Look at that. Six of Swords underneath. Look at that. The cross success, it says. Sorry, science, it says. And this is how you're empowering. Look at that. Adjustment. Hey, be still, be nice. And Three of Swords. This is what you're empowering. The suffering, what did I tell you? You're taking all the sorrow and suffering and you're turning it. You're adjusting it. You're tweaking it. Transmuting it, basically. You're releasing it. And that's a justice energy. Karma is very loud during this time. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. The scales are balancing, and it's not going to be pretty for those who did you wrong. Not that you care, but I think your shadow cares. Mm-mm. Shadow cares. So learn to trust your gut feeling more and more. During this time, you will find out that your instincts can be relied upon, okay? Your intuition is on point. You are being led by your higher self. Believe in that. And this is the higher octave of Scorpio energy. That is why Phoenix is coming in, okay? And one more thing, a very strong message coming in for you. You are receiving major activation during the 11/11 portal, which is again in November. And it also feels like this shift is fully grounding around that time for you, for this group especially. 11/11 portal is liberating you, is balancing the scales once for all. That's the important information here. Let's see how your outer self is responding to all this, especially with star being healing codes. Wow, important information. Wounds are healed and recharging. I'm telling you, this is like an end of an era. Show me. Wow, look at that. 10 of Cups. Satiated energy. And wow, the Emperor. Wow, this is how it's going to reflect in your external reality. This is who you're becoming, the Emperor. You may feel called to be a healer for others. And with the Emperor, it's again telling me you will never again sacrifice your own well being in order to serve others. Nope. All blockages to your own healing are basically falling away. And with star beings being there, they are basically channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being. So watch out for any intuitive hints from your spirit team. And your health is also being restored here. Mm-mm. Say satiety. So a very satisfying period of your life is in store. It's unfolding for you, okay? That's where the shift is leading you. Optimal balance. Yeah, optimal energy, the balance, the restoration, the alignment, the harmony being restored. That's what is happening here. Now let's see how your life will shift as a result here. Leaving behind dramas, for sure. Any kind of drama, even though you know the game of life, but and even if you're playing, it's like you're detached. Yeah, you like, look at that. The Emperor right next to the Hierophant. It's big energy, big divine guidance energy. The key is in your hands. You are disconnecting from drama, life's drama. This is you moving from your personality led, you're basically moving from personality led dramas to soul led solutions and forward planning. So with the Emperor, it's like do, right? It's about being proactive, making things happen, that energy. Yeah, that's why you're determined to make things work in your favor. And also, this means adding value to everyone and everything around you. It's not just for you. You have the key, you have a lot to teach others. Beautiful. You're embracing this transformation, I can tell you that. The root of your discomfort is obvious to you. You know, you fully know, especially the Hierophant, it's like you're totally in touch with your own personal subconscious fears and blockages and whatever, and you're like working wonderfully. You're sitting with those energies, you're letting it be, you're letting it go. You're not taking the control in your own hands. The control key I'm hearing, the control switch, is in the hands of these other beings, multidimensional beings who are working with you, especially I believe in dream state, and also in your waking life. You're definitely leaving the past behind. You're very grateful for this enlightenment during this phase, this illumination. The life has brought you the pain, also the pain, the suffering. I'm hearing betrayal, whatever it is, base toxicities, all of that. You know, it's just like you're letting it all go. This is the end of the dark night of the soul. Major karmic cycle ending, especially in Scorpio season. Taurus to Scorpio. That's like what? 6 month? 7 month. Seventh month it will be when this is like, yeah, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, that's the seventh month. Seventh month is when you're freeing yourself. The law of cause and effect is super active right now. So you just have to be and do your best. But everything else is anyway working in your favor because you're focused. Focused. It's not your first rodeo. Show me the focus. And this will tell us what you will create. Okay? I feel like you're being guided to trust the timing here. And you know that. It's never too late to answer a calling. And you are never too old. You are not paying attention to the linear time. I think the only advice here is do not let impatience, comparison, competition, or any kind of paranoia disturb the seeds your soul has already planted. Love conception, that's the seed I'm talking about. But, let's see. Show me the focus. Oh my god. Knight of Pentacles and Page of Swords. You look after this, another Taurus energy here. The Bull. Stay focused, okay, as you elevate your consciousness, because that is what this is about. This is spiritual transcendence and you traveling to higher realms. Trust the season that you're in. Time is not running out. That's all I need to tell you. There is no rush. You are on divine timing. And you are close to heavenly realms with all the mountains here, you know. Put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Practice mindfulness and manifest your desired outcomes. Let your attention, your energy flow to these beautiful seeds that are already in place. Let your attention grow these seeds, okay? Purpose is becoming clear during this shift, and you have a lot to look forward to. Work is very important during this cycle. I think you're already doing what you're here to do. And new info is definitely at play too. Let's look at the final card, which is Parvati. Wow. Look at that. That's double magic, higher alchemy, because this is Temperance and Angel card and the Magician. Whatever you want, it's here for you. It's already yours. Claim that. It's already yours and you know it. Your soul knows it. I want to read Parvati. Yeah, because that is relevant with the mountains I'm getting. Because, Shiva lives in the mountains. Okay, so goddess of devotion, love, and yoga. You pull upon Parvati when you have taken immense action toward becoming your higher self. Oh my god, what am I telling you? And this is your new reality, this is your new path. So Parvati was in love with the unattainable Shiva. And I feel like in someone's life, you are also this energy, you are unattainable. And if there is somebody in your life who has to prove their worth, they're going to do everything to make it happen, to prove it to you, to manifest this union, be it in work or love. Okay. Shiva, who was deep in the mountains, wow, practicing yoga and detached from the material world. She knew he needed the feminine to bring him down to earth, but he was totally inaccessible. Instead of begging and pleading, Parvati decided to become her highest self and seek enlightenment through yoga. Her family objected, saying women cannot become yogis, but she headed to the mountains anyway, where she stood in a frigid stream, balancing on one leg for uncountable months or years. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, yeah? Perseverance. Eventually, Shiva felt her immense energy and fell in love with her because of her strength and determination. Parvati represents commitment to practice, unbreakable willpower. Kind of makes sense with determination. During this shift, you are totally making this happen, whatever this is for you. And the power of self transformation. Beautiful. Continue your journey towards enlightenment. You're already doing that. Let's look at love conception, optimal environment. That's the yin card. So, in this deck, there's a yang counterpart to every yin card. There are 20 such pairs. Okay, where is it? Love conception. So this is basically a womb, a vortex of energy that you and your manifestations can steep within. Wow. Are you seeing the sink, the beautiful sink in your reading, in your cards? Wow. Talk about manifestation, and you have the Temperance and the Magician together for love conception of it all. This is what your path is creating. The inner sanctuary is a very sacred place in a temple. It is, in essence, home to the most potent creative energies available. Creation requires a lush, fertile, conducive environment to come to full fruition, and that's what you are determined to become. You're becoming the living magnet to attract from your personal vortex. It also provides a gateway in which the seed of your love conception can be fertilized with the divine masculine spark of the key glyph. And this is where it is. The key is here. You're finding the key to this love conception during this shift. Wow, definite union energy here. Remember, you are not called to manifest something simply for the sake of having more. For the unquenchable thirst of separation consciousness says that there is never enough, that you are not whole, and the only way to be whole is to create more stuff. This card basically reminds your entire system that this is an illusion, a lie, yeah? You are whole, you are divine, and you are choosing to engage in the act of creation as a creator being because it is natural for you to create. Create from love, align your journey with love, set your compass and the destination to the true north of love. And that's exactly what is here for you. I mean, that inner compass is leading you to your ultimate wish fulfillment. Now, all you manifest will come from love, as love, to love in the most spectacular environment, the very optimal energy at play. What is the application of this card? Let me just keep it here. And yeah, even this wants to be here. Wow. So pretty. So pretty. Now choose something that you would like to manifest on the physical plane. Go within your heart and call upon the masculine Magdalene love conception being and the feminine Magdalene love conception being and the inner sanctuary of souls. Notice if any part of your system is creating from a place of lack or settling for what you think you can manifest, which may be creating an unnecessary energy leak and sealing on your love conception. So, if so, state this affirmation out loud. I am conceived from the inner sanctuary of Source. This manifestation is a love being conceived in the inner sanctuary of Source. Feel the alchemical gold within the glyphs, alchemizing any slower vibrations and absorbing them into love, elevating your love conception back to its original state of wholeness. Know that all that is required to bring this manifestation into form is on its way to you. Steep, communicate with the infinite intelligence of your creation and act. You have the love technology of love conception assisting you along the way. Remember to enter into each now moment as a pathway to conceive even more love on the planet. So it is, and so it is. So, okay. Wow. Okay. So, those are your messages. I hope this helps. Please check out Solely Known's reading for more information and also to look into your blessings and what more is unfolding for you. I'm seeing 555 on the clock as I'm wrapping up your reading. So do check out Jamon's reading. And it's an honor reading for you guys. It's amazing. Your energy is mind-blowing. I'm truly in awe. What else do I have to say? Yes, and if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, group 3. So, I had to light the brand new candle for you. I chose green because there was a green feather here. Yeah, and your crystal is beautiful green. Also, the lighter that I used was green. So, seeing a lot of green. And yes, also a new incense, clearing the space after the first 2 reading. Took a break. Now we are doing your reading. Let's see. You chose Veracite. It's a very rare crystal, which I found out later on. Yeah, and it was really crazy how I came across this crystal. So basically, I saw a dream and I saw a green crystal in that dream, which was like relevant and it was important for some reason. It was the kind of green crystal which I had not seen before. It kind of looked like peridot, but it wasn't like that. It was a bit different. So basically, I was researching all the green crystals, and that's when by the way, I couldn't find that particular crystal, but I think I did, and I am forgetting the name right now. Yeah, I did. But during that research, this beauty pulled me in. I found this crystal. I ended up finding this one, and I got it. So the state of Utah could be relevant if you are in the States. But let's talk a bit about this crystal. And yes, your card is Sublime Time, the highest timeline, as you can see here. It's a special card. It's one of the 4 special cards in this deck. We'll talk more about it. It's a source card. And yeah, your crystal. So, this one is very much about the inner peace. It is connected to the heart chakra. The element is water. And this happens to be a cousin of turquoise. Yeah. And this is a crystal of love and compassion. It is a crystal of alignment of the physical and light bodies. It's a crystal of simplicity, clarity, emotional healing. It basically helps you release judgmental thoughts, words, or attitudes. And it assists you in recognizing where you're placing conditions on your love or acceptance of others. And also how you're doing that yourself. Now, at the spiritual level, this beautiful crystal, helps you calm and center the mind, so you can attune to the still small voice that is within you. It enhances your conscience, so you can align your life more fully with truth. It is an expansive stone that assists in connecting with the frequency of universal love, the Christ consciousness, the unity consciousness. It opens your heart and allows love to come in fully. It helps you recognize where your judgments of others are reflecting your own self-judgment and the conditions you place upon your love. It promotes the higher functions of the brain at the physical level, which are available when one is in a positive emotional state, those higher codes. It enhances learning, cognition, reasoning, logic. Is very useful in nourishing the brain and encouraging proper brain chemistry. It can help support those with the degenerative nervous system, also helps you balance out the imbalances or cognitive difficulties. So if you deal with I think it's very good for neurodivergence too. So the affirmation connected to this crystal is, I am filled with calm and well-being. My heart is full of love and my life is in harmonious balance. Now let's look into your reading. I will read about your Magdalene code at the end of the reading. Okay, so let's look at your cards first, your oracles. Okay, now the first card will show us the direction you are giving your inner self, and this is from the eating deck. So yes, it is highlighting the change at play. Okay, how you are directing your inner self in order to create this shift in your life. Yeah, so let's see. Wow, number 20, overview. Wind above, earth below. Wow, that's relevant because it's a very balanced energy already, Wind is above where it's supposed to, earth is below where it's supposed to. Beautiful. I do see renewal here. Renewal in your spiritual practices, renewal in almost every area of your life. Kind of makes sense with the highest timeline, yeah? Mm-mm. No matter how narrow the path, no matter how steep, no matter how serpentine. Yeah, it's like you've got this figured. That's the energy I'm getting here on this timeline during this shift. Let's see how your external reality is going to reflect this. Wow, the sustainer. And that's number 24, which is 8. Sorry, which is 6. Again, harmony, balance, love, prosperity. Serious energy is strong in this group. Serious. Also, asteroid Ceres is playing a major role in your life right now during this shift. So see what is happening in your astrology. All right, and let's see how you will empower your inner self to create this change. Are you kidding me? Look at that, the dragonfly and pansy. And it says balance. And that's 48. That's 12. 12-dimensional energy. And with the dragonfly, it's a very huge leap. It's a very big transformation for you. Quantum leap, unlocking your highest timeline. Wow. You are acting out of space-time continuum. There's no dissonance at all on this timeline. Now let's see how your outer self will respond. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift. Wow, your outer reality is totally matching your energy. Wow, this is so beautiful. New info, end of a cycle, energetic shift. Wow. Wow. Dragonfly with the wings, Anunnaki light codes. You have your wings back, don't you? Mm-mm. And how your life is shifting as a result. Victory. Wow. Look at this card. I mean, this is your shift. This is the shift. Are you seeing all the winged doves? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. Wow. Isn't that Venus? Beautiful energy. Isis coming in this group. Rose energy. I'm seeing 1 for 4. Okay, now let's see what it is that you will create. Chaos, healing chaos. I think you're creating balance in such a way that you are unlocking higher timelines for others around you. You are this peacemaker, especially with sustainer, You are the balancing force. You are the sane voice amidst all the chaos, especially with the butterflies. I see the butterflies here. Again, winged creatures, winged creatures, winged creatures, winged creatures. All the beings have wings in your cards. This is also DNA healing. You're a walking, talking magnet. You're activating everyone around you. You're unlocking your potential, and in turn, you're unlocking others' potentials too, in a way where you're basically tweaking them in such a way that they don't falter. Now, let's look at your new path, the reality. Tantra. Oh my god, this is beautiful because this is that integrated, beautiful energy. Pure balance. Pure balance. Again, balance. Balance, balance, balance. And even here, you're healing chaos. Balance. Total balance. It is so very much in alignment with your crystal, that softening energy, becoming very comfortable on the higher plane, not being affected by the noise around you, by the drama, by the chaos. Ugh, always hopeful. I'm hearing the same voice, the same voice. Let's see, what is all this? One by one, we'll look at all the cards using tarot. So first, let's look at the direction that you're giving your inner self here with the overview card. Let me just read real quick from the book here for the I Ching, because the book is amazing. It has some wonderful messages. Uh, so you have 2 yang lines and 4 yin lines. So this calls for composure and contemplation as a result of deep introspection. That is the direction that you're giving your inner self, by the way. Composure, again, balance, peace, harmony, mindfulness, awareness, self-awareness. So as a result of deep introspection, an invisible energy emanates from us, influencing others without them being aware of it. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a walking, talking magnet. You're activating others. You're igniting others. You're putting them on the higher timeline, I would say. Yeah. Oh, you're definitely bringing the new earth here. That's the energy. That's your energy. New earth frequency holders. That's who you are. Wow. Your personal power is very focused. You know what you're here to do. This is the time to be seen, and also to see. You're already seeing, and you will become very comfortable in being seen. Seeing, it looks like eyes. Look at that. You're at the center of it all. Again, above, below energy, as above, so below. Yeah? Bringing heaven on earth, creating heaven on earth, sustaining heaven on earth, cutting through the noise, cutting through the BS. Only paying attention to order, creating order, simplifying things. Whatever is simple is from the source, yeah? Everything is from the source, yeah? But is in alignment with that creative processes, the creative energy. Because the other polarity just happens to be a byproduct. Yeah, the nature of duality. You're understanding it. This is you tapping into the 4th way, the 5th way, the 6th way, multi-dimensional existence at play. Very much in touch with your higher self, always working with your higher self, being guided by your higher self. It's you and you from other timelines, other dimensions. You're here, you're fully present. Let's see. Show me the overview. All right. The devil underneath. And the 8 of Cups. Hmm. Hmm. You're examining yourself as well as everything around you through the lens of self empowerment, because you are standing in your truth. You're basically, with the Eight of Cups and the Devil here, and with virtue underneath, with this Lotus Scepter, you are transcending egocentric considerations and personal feelings in your everyday undertakings. Okay, the things that keep you hooked into the lower realms, into the, I don't know, like instinctual nature of unknowing. You're letting go of all that. You understand the necessity of instincts, but you are paying more attention to intuition as opposed to instincts. Yeah, it's not just instincts. Like, again, that healthy balance, creating that healthy balance. You are finally at the top of the mountain after a long hike. You're enjoying the view because you've let go of a lot that was not serving you. And during this shift, whatever residual energy persists, that little bit, that tiny little bit, even all that, you're letting it go. The way you understand duality, it is going to deepen. This is absolute enlightenment. Absolute enlightenment. The way you look at your past disappointment, the way you look at past pain and whatever didn't work for you, whatever you have to leave behind, all of that is just shifting. It's just shifting. You're detaching. You're detaching from it. You are not attached to it. No more obsession. You are so very aware of what it does to your energy, how it hinders your consciousness shift. So you are paying attention to how energy works because you intend to maintain this highest timeline. This is you living the power of now, living in the power of now, reaching your targets at the speed of love. All right, now let's look at how your external reality reflects this shift. Okay? Beautiful. Are you seeing this? Again. See, Spirit is telling us again and again, what's gone is gone. It's gone. It's not about renewal. It's not about starting another cycle at all. I mean, you have reached a point where you just simply cannot afford to. Just cannot. Just cannot. Do not want to. Especially with Neath energy being here in the Ace of Cups and with the Sustainer. You're only sustaining what moves in love. You are the divine channel, by the way. You are at peace with the process of life. So even when it comes to this Ten of Swords energy, the suffering of it all, even when you see all of that, which you see around you at all times, especially I feel like this is going to reflect in the people you work with. Okay, what affects you, because you're very sensitive to energy, by the way, during this period. So shielding would be really important. It will help you quite a lot. But you are the same voice. And your reality is going to create dissonance in people around you a little bit, but even that is going to activate them. That's what I'm getting here. You're definitely at peace with the process because you are the peacemaker, the one who finds order. And you are here to nourish those who come in contact with you. This shift will make you want to take care of things around you You are becoming very passionate about something, a project, a cause, something of that nature. I think environmental awareness is going to be big for you, you know, looking into environmental pollution and ways to curb it. Anything connected to Mother Earth, how to make Earth a better place. Whatever calls to you, it doesn't have to be, it could be anything like a organic movement. Yeah, the organic movement, organic farming, sustainability, minimalism, whatever interests you. The new way of life. You have played in quotes. That's what I'm getting. But you're working with yourself, I'm hearing. You're working with yourself during this period, with your future self. Hmm. This is a very abundant and very supported period of your life. You're very reliable for those around you. And you're also finding company, similar company, reliable company. You don't have to worry about betrayal, deception, and all of that. Like at this point, I feel like during, especially on this timeline, you do not care about those things. It's just not a part of your consciousness. So it is not even going to reflect in your external reality. That's the game you're understanding, actually, the energetics of it all. Of course, of course. You're taking away your power from the pain. You're not turning all that pain into suffering. You're just, okay, paying attention, overview, reviewing it. Okay, yeah, all right. You addressed it. You felt your way through it. You dealt with it. And then, poof, gone. It's gone. Poof, gone. All right. And also, no problem is a big problem. Everything will be resolved in the most peaceful way. You are the bridge for others to the higher states of consciousness. Your energy basically speaks for itself. You heal others through your presence itself. You will successfully overcome any problem that has been bothering you for a long time. You're definitely closing a massive cycle. You're letting it go. It's all about the new. For you, it's all about the new. All about the new paradigm, the new earth, the new consciousness that you are grounding at a personal level too. This is very collective, very transpersonal energy here. Kind of makes sense with your crystal, with your choice of crystal. You are a rare being. Definite light worker energy here. Okay, so now let's look into how to empower your inner self to embody this change. I think the dragons are very much working with you. The dragon codes, the magenta codes, the aurora codes, all of those super strong in this reading. Let's show me the dragonfly and pansy. Wow, Queen of Wands. That's what I like to see. Look at that. Page of Cups. You are unique. You are a nonconformist. You are also a rebel with a cause around this period. Okay, you are very intuitive. You have got things to do, and nothing and no one can distract you from your mission. You already work with Isis. Mm-mm. Yep. There is no resonance, like I mentioned, in your energy field during this phase. Whatever little, you are getting rid of it in the initial stages of this shift. Okay, and when you're on this timeline, I see one quantum shift after another, one quantum shift after another. A lot of stuff is happening for you. You're receiving multiple activations, and you're also retrieving soul memories, soul gifts. Psychic gifts are becoming stronger and stronger. There will be harmony between your thoughts and your actions, and your physical skill is matched by your mental and emotional strength. You're very, very thoughtful anyway, and you're entering a very, very satisfying period of your life, no matter what. And the more satisfied you are, the more sunshine you spread around you. And I think the only advice here is do not allow yourself to be defined by any past failures or mistakes. You're truly transcending your former self, and you're reclaiming back your beautiful etheric wings for sure. And you're also understanding how sometimes rejection is protection. So it's never personal. You deeply understand divine timing because, yeah, that's how it's based on your personal experiences, I would say. So, no doubt about divine timing acting out of space time continuum. Continuum. Hmm. Newum. It's all new. Everything is new. I think you're the only one who got the ace. Ace. Hmm. Let's see. Anunnaki light codes. Now, this is how your outer self will respond. Yeah, by bringing you your wings. Look at that. Wings coming back online. I've been picking up on this energy for a long time. This is the group. Yep. Another ace. Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Here's the key. I feel like you can recognize any internal resistance to change, which is normal for human condition, right? And you're mindfully creating balance in your field, in your energy. So energy healing is definitely here. You are a healer. You're attuned. And also receiving energy healing is going to be very, very good for you. Also very good for your solar plexus, throat chakra. Definite Vishuddhi energy here, purification. You basically show yourself the same amount of love as you have for the ones who are the closest or even not. You are walking in unity consciousness. That's what you're grounding here. You're the bridge. I think I've mentioned that. There's an emphasis on focusing on the new in this phase, especially in love, I would say. Okay? Old systems, old ways of being, old ways of doing things is being totally released because your whole reality is shifting highest timeline. Change is bringing a sense of vulnerability, which will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings once again. So, expanded heart space, your gifts and what is important to you is going to take the front seat. You are part of the new energy on earth. I've already said that. You're definitely grounding the consciousness shift, a bridge to the new earth. That's who you are. Let's look at this victory. Hope, love, art. Well, love is going to be a central theme during this period in every way possible. Also, personal love, I would say. So, most likely, you're about to find a divine counterpart, uniting with the divine counterpart. If that is what you want, if that is your will, if that is what you're manifesting, it's absolutely happening here. Okay? But be very mindful if somebody tries to slither back in from the old paradigm. Okay? There's something about this card here which, yeah, there's a bit of a warning. All right, let's see. Victory. Wait a minute. So yeah, this is how your life is shifting as a result, right? Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, got feathers. Yeah. Okay. Show me. Show me how is Guthrie's life shifting as a result here. Victory. My God. Did something flip? I guess not. King of Swords. Oof. You are, wow, double Aquarius energy. Look at that. The star. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. But with King of Swords, You will be open to ideas. You're very, very analytical, I would say, during this phase. You're very, very firm in your friendships, but at the same time, you're very firm in enmity too. You know, it's like, yes, unity conscious is all well and good, but there is a certain level of discernment here where if you are tested during this period, your shadow will make itself known. That's a message that I'm getting, which is very interesting here. You're outwardly very calm, and because that is a reflection of your inner self. But if and when tested, you can show your teeth. Yeah, you can pounce. Very good judgment during this period. Good judgment of the situation, especially connections and relations where love is weaponized. No more manipulation. No more emotional manipulation. None of that. No. You know better. And you have better things to do. That's what I'm hearing. Also, like, I'm getting. It's a period of rise of the dark humor. Yeah. So, yeah. Dark humor is here. But, this, you're definitely observing your feelings, for sure. You're you're letting beauty move into being through you. You are definitely in a place of self love from where all of the love springs, all of the love springs. But I feel like there will be a point where, yeah, love will take the front seat for a while, because there is this counterpart energy coming in on a winged horse, another winged creature. Winged horse. Even your horse is winged. What's up? Mm, I feel like you have definite objectives that you wish to attain around this time, and you'd also prefer to deal with a person who is goal oriented like you, and who has certain targets in mind, who has their stuff together. Let's just say that, because you're about to make things happen. Okay, you don't have time for I don't know, nights and pages and all that. Yeah, you only want to deal with people when it comes to your personal life, personal front. You only want to build with people who are a match, a true match. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, the ones who are as free as you in their consciousness too, and they're not bound by the old paradigm or limiting beliefs and all of that. And yeah, people who have their wings too. They've got their wings back. Seeing that, oh my god, it's so crazy. All the wings. Now let's see what it is that you're creating here. Mm, I'm getting healing business for many of you, like service to others, providing service to others when it comes to healing. Also healing arts, healing through arts, music, healing music. hmm Different healing hearts, attuning music to the healing hearts, as opposed to what is the norm in the matrix, which is like entertainment is basically oppression. It is oppressing you, so you can see right through all of that. So you're shifting things. You are making the right kind of change. You'll be very busy during this period. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at this healing chaos. This is what you will create. Creating healing. Beautiful. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Works. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Tower. You are the catalyst here. You are this enlightened being And again, I get this message that there's something about creating some sort of a modality. You definitely, and you're activating people somehow. You're helping people release a lot of pain, overthinking, whatever is holding them back, whatever is taking them away from their soul-led path, whatever is causing hindrance, whatever is hampering their spiritual progress, all of that. You are the tower, you are that Mars energy. You are like, okay, whatever is built on weak foundation, whatever is not for you, whatever is stopping you from healing, you're taking it all away in one sweep. And in turn, you are bringing in bringing in this very foundational coach for the ones who come in contact with you. And this is you doing this because you've learned how to do this through experience, life experience. And this is also research based work, so you know what it is that you are making happen. Yeah, look at that, 3 of Pentacles with 8 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, this is the why paradigm. This is you. You are the living shift. This is not so much about your shift, it is more so how you are the shift. Yes, of course, this is your shift, but even you are the shift for others around you. It's beautiful. And I also see soul family union here. You're definitely moving in purpose. Your goal is made very clear. And it's like no more denial here. It's time to work. You're definitely working with your cosmic star family. And in turn, you're obviously being healed on all levels, which is turning you into a healer. So when I say healer, different modalities, okay, passion is definitely knocking at your door, especially with the tower. Like, you will be passionate about your cause, about what it is that you are bringing to others, to what it is that you're creating, the service that you're providing, or a project, or whatever this cause, whatever this is just, it will be made very clear with time, yes, but this is going to allow you to move into your purpose. You're working with your higher self, with your other beings. It's like, yeah, oh my god, I'm hearing the eagle. I'm hearing the eagle, you guys. Crazy. Instinctual moments will call for quick thinking around this time. But this is passionate love, passionate hate, passionate zeal for a cause is what is coming in for you. This is what you're creating. Passion, passion. You're only doing what you truly believe in, moving from your authentic space. Oh my god, the eagle is not stopping, you guys. Ha. Wow. Let's look at your final card, Tantra. Tantra. Pure balance. Pure balance. Look at that. Are you seeing that? 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and Temperance. And 4 of Swords. Yeah, and your reading basically started with this need for deep contemplation. All of this is coming from within you. And it is bringing in so much fulfillment at all levels in your life. This is all round fulfillment. I feel like you're creating something big here. There will be some sort of like a big announcement here, where you're just like sharing this beauty with the world, the good news. You're receiving the good news. This path is all about the new paradigm of time in unity consciousness. You'll definitely hear some great news that will affect your life in a very positive way. It will it will just like make you more passionate about peace. You'll definitely announce an achievement, some sort of like a good news. There's a lot that will make you cherish this beautiful shift, okay? And of course, you'll be taken care of. You'll be very supported during this period. Also by your family, I'm hearing. And there is a definite wish fulfillment here, opulent energy. That's what it is. Let's see, let's look at the sublime time real quick. No, before I do that, let's read about Tantra too, real quick. Real quick. So I'm saying real quick. Yeah, so it's like beyond. Yeah, it even says everything is accelerated. This is the quantum timeline. So you're expanding into liberation. Tantra. Tantra. It's not Tantra, it's Tantra. Uh. Anyway, so moving past the dualistic mind that judges everything as right or wrong, yeah, you are overcoming that judgment. You are headed to the greater truth that comes from integration overview, right? Hi, that is where the eagle. Oh my god, yeah, eagle rising. Oh my god, you flying above the storm clouds. You know, eagles are able to like fly above the storm. Like that, there could be a cloud full of rain, stormy cloud, like big gray cloud, and it's raining down there. But on top of it, the eagle flies. Still right. Yeah, something of that nature. It's beautiful. The structured masculine and flowing feminine within you are merging, allowing you to move toward infinite consciousness. Kind of goes so very well with your crystal. The mature masculine within you creates presence, focus, stillness, and determination. The mature feminine within you results in creativity, flow, movement, sensuality, and nurturing. Both genders require a balance of these two energies. Continue to invite in all aspects of yourself, your light, your shadows, your Shakti, your Shiva, your cognition, your intuition. Wow, beautiful. Some of you could be getting partnered up. Yeah, marriage or not, like, but yes, definite counterpart energy here. Coming in out of nowhere. Mm-mm. Most likely somebody new. So it says there is a new paradigm of time in unity consciousness. The sublime time code, like love, moves at a high speed. Time as a frequency is very rapid and is accelerating in velocity. Time is now. Time is multidimensional. Time is a being of light. Time is one of the resources like money, relationships, and energy that spans your entire life and touches all now moments. In the old paradigm, you may have, oh my god, it's actually using the word paradigm. You may have experienced a lack of time and unconsciously perpetuated this by repeatedly saying things like, I don't have enough time to get everything done, or I don't have time for that. There can be a lack consciousness around time as well as an overlay of the idea that you have good time and bad times, fun times and hard times. Sublime time is a particular being of light connected to the new paradigm of time. Let's look at it. It looks like a being for sure. It's like how angels have a bunch of eyes, and we do have the angel card here. Okay, now, with the Magdalene of sublime time, time is sublime, sublime as in enjoyable, pleasurable, joyful, ecstatic, lush, and nourishing. There is restoration of all now moments, being in right relationship to the totality of all now, in such a way that no matter what you are up to, being or doing, your system is nourished and you are tapped into multidimensional sublime time. What is the application? Huh. So the core elements or principles of sublime time are that the new paradigm of time and the being of light that's associated with time is eternal. And there is an abundance of time. You are an eternal being and your Projects have a ripening process, a divine timing gestation period. At times, you may be pushing yourself harder and harder to try to get things to happen faster and faster. Now, this actually creates fatigue, overwork, and has the opposite effect of sublime time. You will take action toward your dreams, and there will be high intensity pushed times like when the baby is ready to come out. However, the inefficient pushing or forcing of energy that drains you evaporates, and you experience the inspired action you take in sublime ways. So the application is at the end of each day, gaze upon the sublime time glyphs. You can take a screenshot if you want. Okay. It says, yeah, and know that you have done enough. You have been enough. Everything has had its now moment in that day. All your projects are multidimensionally connected. They continue to evolve by you being deeply fulfilled and satisfied with your day, and by just being. Focusing on the 8,000 items on your to do list that didn't get done perpetuates the perceived lack of time. I'm really picking up on ADHD energy, which also came in with the crystals. So you'll be able to do everything that you want, okay? So it's all good. It's all good. Instead, choose to honor yourself by acknowledging your forward momentum and appreciating what unfolded during that particular day. Declare that your time is sublime. Another way you can apply this quote is to pay yourself first with time. Set your priorities with the must do's, or what we like to call two joys, on top. If spending time with your family is what matters most to you, then that's non negotiable. You make spending sublime time with your family a top priority. If exercising deeply nourishes you, don't slot that in with whatever time seems to be left over from other activities. Make moving your body a priority as a creator being. Be very present in all that you are being and doing to cultivate even more now moments of sublime time. So that's beautiful. So that's your message. And check out. Okay, why is it here? Okay, it's here. Check out Jamon's reading for more info on this shift. He will also be looking into the blessings coming your way and all the good stuff. Okay, do check out. It's in the description box. The link is below in the description box. And I just feel like everything is happening as it is supposed to, as it is designed by your higher self. Everything is happening in divine timing. Everything is harmonizing in the most beautiful way. And you being on your highest timeline is something. It's just something. There's success here, there's victory here, there's total wish fulfillment here, there is ultimate victory on your side for you. And this is a beautiful reading. Claim it. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.